All right, you guys, it's our first unboxing of the new year, and it's only fitting that it's Battlbox. I think this is mission, 107? So let's open this thing up and see what we got. What's up, guys? Eric here with ATHOME in the future. It's 2024, and I've got my very first subscription box of the year. Just came in the mail. So this is Battlbox, I think mission 107. So if you're unfamiliar with Battlbox, again, as I always say, the OG outdoor survival kind of subscription box. Lots of cool gear, typically just a different mix of gear than you see in just about anything else. Comes in 4 different flavors, basic box all the way at the bottom for a pretty affordable entry point with some cool stuff every month. And you go all the way up to the top to Pro Plus, which typically has a big old blade, which is what we unbox on this channel. So a really fun subscription to get. If you want to get the subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down the description. But let's pop open the seal. And I will admit, since this came a little bit later than normal for me, I did see a few spoilers for this one. So still excited to check some of this stuff out though, because it is definitely an interesting mix of gear and some stuff I think you guys would be excited about. And you'll be especially excited if you get this sub too. So here we go. Since it's kind of a bigger mix of stuff, I'm going to lay it all out and then we'll take a look at it. All right, there we go. Lots of stuff to go through. Here's our mission brief. Good rundown of the gear here right at the start. I mentioned all those different divisions and the types of boxes you can get, basic, advanced, pro. Here's all that stuff. Here's our big old knife right there. Looks like we have a discount on some of this nose slap stuff. We'll get into that. Look at that blade. Okay. All right, this is cool stuff. So let's go through it. We'll start in basic, and I guess it looks like we're actually starting with that nose slap. So here's some info right there if you wanted to get a discount and order some of this stuff too. So I actually received this in another box a few months ago. It was the first time I ever heard of it. But this stuff is pretty cool. Let's open this up. So this is kind of like the classic smelling salts I guess you'd have in some first aid or emergency kits, or you have to help somebody come to, or you're driving on a late night and need to wake up. So yeah, you got your smelling salts. It has some essential oils in there too, so maybe some peppermint or something that helps get you going. Instructions here, you're supposed to shake it and tap the bottom of the bottle, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then use it. I don't know, I haven't been brave enough to try this stuff yet. But I'm gonna keep it actually in the glove compartment of my car for some late nights when the coffee's just not doing enough. And hopefully that'll do the trick. You get 2 of these, and I think they each last like up to 10 times or something like that. I don't know if after a few months like it wears off or if it just always smells that intense. Kind of a cool item, I think, something to do some bets with your friends and stuff. I like having that around. So that is the first item in basic this month. Next up from Uberleben, which is a brand I'm familiar with, but an item I'm not familiar with. They have these little tinder teepees, which I think are basically just burnable little Lego blocks you can kind of put together and set things up when you're making a fire. Now it says 3-pack, but I feel like I see a lot more than that, unless it takes more than 3 of these to actually build your teepee up. So you take these together, you kind of build them out. They've got a bridge piece here in the center that you stick in the middle, but you structure these up as a little tinder thing, because you like to get that airflow going to the bottom and have your fire kind of going through the top, maybe stick in some other twigs or cotton balls or whatever you have laying around. But these boast, I think, 3 minutes they're supposed to burn, which may or may not be accurate. There's not much to them. Let's see these little centerpieces here. So lots of little centerpieces for making these too. Man, it says 3-pack, but I mean, by my math, if each of those holds 1 together, maybe there's 6 of these things? Yeah, I feel like I got a stack of these that are more than the 3-pack they're claiming. Or either that or I'm just not understanding how these go together, but pretty cool. So again, probably not something I'd seek out and go to a store and look for these, but maybe I will after using them. But I just like the idea of trying new stuff like this and, you know, throwing it in my firebox and using that next time I'm out there. So, all right, cool. Again, the type of stuff I like to see in Battlbox. Moving along, we got some Wicked Wax down here. You can use this stuff to maintain your blades and do all sorts of neat stuff. Yeah, and they claim it'll revitalize, seal, and add shine to most wood finishes. I think we got some wood handles. I don't think the big boy is a wood handle, but we've got one right there for the dead fish ulu. Just lots of little uses for this stuff. A good tin to keep in your toolkit and use that stuff there. Really dig that, and I think it's actually food safe, all natural. So pretty simple product, but something you'll probably enjoy having around too. So last up, in the basic box this month, the Free Key Slim System. Man, these things are totally awesome. So I'm pretty sure all of us have keys of some sort that they carry around. I know some people get away with like 1 key in their wallet, which is a lifestyle I just don't understand at this time. But one thing we all know about keys, they typically all have those really thin key rings where you have to try to put a thumbnail in or stretch them out in a weird way, bend your nail back. Ugh, it just makes me cringe thinking about it. Just trying to get stuff on these. But this is just a really simple solution that fixes all that, where you have this key ring that's basically built just to squeeze to add new stuff to it. Let's pop it off here. So unbelievably simple design. So simple you probably like roll your eyes at when you see it, but You got the big thick key ring. If you need to add more keys onto it, right here, you just squeeze at the side and it'll automatically pull back. It's very simple to slip stuff on and off there. Instead of kind of the typical rounded wire edge, you have these little thin rings right there to add stuff to it. So a very simple, but actually very practically useful upgrade to add to your key ring. Really dig that. Unless you have like the key bar type thing. Do you guys like the key bar stuff? There's a bunch of different brands that do those. I just haven't gotten into those, I think because my keys just aren't that shape. But I actually really dig little solutions like this. So that's a fun little basic box there. Let's move up to our next item from Dead Fish, which is a brand we've seen several times in Battlebox. We have an ulu knife. Now these I spent some time in Alaska a while ago, and they had these all over the place in like gift shops and like local kind of stores that sell, I guess, Alaskan style products. Just a traditional way to, you know, do some work with a blade there. So here we go. We got a really nice handle. We got this nice sheath here. Looks like it is leather. And we've got kind of this crazy, very wicked looking blade that's useful for chopping and processing stuff. Let's see what the description is here. So it says the handle is premium Italian olive wood, which is cool. It's very comfortable in the hand, very well balanced. Again, it looks pretty scary, but it's actually, at least how I saw it being used more, is a lot of it being used for like cooking and processing gaming stuff. It just puts your hand in the center weight of your hand and your cutting energy like right there where you can process things really quick. So maybe if you want to impress your wife or scare her to death, bring this down to the kitchen next time you're cutting up some vegetables. But pretty interesting. I didn't know Dead Fish really branched out into categories like this too. Be very careful with these edges. I can see you just like moving along and accidentally just grabbing yourself with that. It's got a very, very sharp, almost cat's claw style edge there on the corner there. But cool item. Not all that often we get double blades in Battlebox, so cool to see that in advanced. If you're an advanced only person, you're having a pretty good month this month. And it does seem to have, I guess, a belt loop for that as well, if that's your speed carrying that around. So there you go. From Dead Fish, we got a nice ulu knife. All right, the item that a lot of you guys are probably very interested in this month, we actually have something from Solo Stove. Now, you may only know them from their fire pits and everything, but actually back in the day when I was way into backpacking gear and stuff like that, I feel like I knew Solo Stove first from their actual Solo stoves, like the actual cook kits they make. So this is the Titan. I actually have one of these and really dig this thing, but not for the purposes that it's probably intended for. So we'll open this up and take a look. We've got the typical stickers. By the way, if you ever get a Solo Stove, they come with a ton of these just brand stickers everywhere. They're normally just packed to the gills of those things. But I'll take this out. Comes in a nice storage bag and everything. Very simple cinch straw on it. All right, so intended use is to use it as a cooking stove. So you got their kind of airflow system that makes that nice smokeless fire and stuff. You've got the nice grate at the bottom to keep stuff from getting down in there and all your ash from building up and restricting airflow. You can see the cutouts here for good airflow. And you can see your pot attachment here at the top that'll guide everything up there and kind of guide that heat to one concentrated spot and add a nice support for your pots and stuff too. So that is its intended use as for a cooking tool. But more often than not, I find myself just going and sitting on my back patio. Like we have some steps outside leading to the woods. And if I don't want to get my big Solo Stove Yukon out, sometimes I'll just go out there and grab some twigs, play with something like these new fire starters I got, and just get a small little fire going. We're expecting some snow here in Tennessee in a few days, and I think this is actually the perfect thing to have out if I'm just going out and needed a little place to warm up while the kids are throwing snowballs and stuff like that. Again, instead of getting the giant pit out and trying to mess with giant sticks and everything, just having a small fire, I actually really enjoy. So maybe you got some storage space in the back of your truck or something. I'd encourage you to throw this thing back there and keep it around for that sort of thing. And it's a great, cooking implement if you ever need it for that. But really good product there. Really nice, high quality thing too to see in Battlebox this month. So excited about that. The Solo Stove Titan, cool thing, weighs about a pound, all stainless steel. And generally you don't want to like leave it out in the elements all that much, but it's a higher quality stainless steel that actually stands up to the elements pretty well. So that is a neat item. All right, last but not least, the big boy. And this is probably the biggest knife. I feel like maybe we've had machetes or axes and that sort of thing, but the biggest one I've seen in a while in Battlebox. From Doug Marcotta, Serbian Cleaver, the Grand Fratello. This is kind of a crazy looking thing. Let's open this thing up. So Doug is really popular in the knife making space. A lot of the TV shows and stuff you'll see about that. Doug Marcotta Designs. This is just a beastly boy. And if I saw right, these are, the first run of these are maybe exclusive to Battlebox. And even like a numbered limited run and stuff. Lots of nice packaging and everything here. Let's see the sheath. Interesting. It's got kind of a cantilevered belt sheath there. That makes it easy to carry around. Man, you can smell that. That leather smells fantastic. Like, I didn't smell the Ulu's sheath's leather at all. This thing smells really good. So let's open this thing up and check it out. Look at this crazy blade here. Man, that is thick and sturdy. So my serial number on this thing here, 5224 out of 6,500 of these produced. Nice and sharp, nice big Tonto edge. I feel like you don't see that very much on a large fixed blade knife. Full tang going all the way down. Handles, I'm guessing are G10. Let's check this out. All right, just from scanning this for the sake of the video, I don't know. I'm gonna go with G10. We've got a big lanyard hole down here. For as chunky of a boy as this thing is, man, it is actually very well balanced. Now I actually like no jumping here because that'd probably be a little bit of a hot spot, but you can see how thick the spine of that blade is. Man. So if you're hacking away in your backyard, in the backcountry, at a campsite with this thing, it is going to stand up to whatever abuse you throw at it. 420 stainless steel blade, which is super nice. So it's supposed to be, it says multifunctional. It's a large cleaver that can be used for outdoor tasks like cooking, but could also be used for offensive maneuvers and all that stuff. Can you imagine going after somebody with that blade and trying to protect yourself? I think you see that come out, you're heading the other direction. Giant choil too, by the way. I don't have the biggest fingers in the world, but look how big that choil is. If you've got big beefy hands, you're gonna love this thing. Very cool. So if you're looking for just about the most rugged fixed blade you can get, just to go to town on some stuff outside, I think you're gonna really dig this. So there we go. That is the first Battlebox of 2024, Mission 107, big giant Doug Marcotta blade, huge sheath to go with that. We've got that Deadfish Ulu up there. We've got a Solo Stove Titan in here. We've got some Wicked Wax, some No Slap, the Uberleben Tinder Kit, and this free key system. Lots of really good gear. Battlebox is a ton of fun to get. Again, if you want to get this one for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description. Save yourself a little bit of money on that. A great way to discover new gear and just to get a fix for your gear habit. One of my favorite boxes to get. All right, guys, that's it for this month's unboxing. As always, if you dug the video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton. And subscribe if you want to see more cool gear like this down the line. We'll see you next time.